college football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Gators will kick it off to get us underway. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Handoff from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got the back over the middle. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Canes are in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Hurricanes are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
A first down run on the doorstep. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
It's a draw. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Wilson to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Gators racing to the line in a hurry up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Snags it inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball.
There he goes. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
He might want another play. Looking to throw on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Miami.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. NC State was far from the friendly confines of Carter Finley Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. On ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wilson will throw. Got his man in the middle.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Pass is incomplete, but I think the defense was offsides, and this will probably be a 1st down. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Hard running there. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly to the tight end. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Gators headed quickly to the line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Wilson to pass. Touchdown Gators! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by the receiver. He knows he's got a fade. He's got one-on-one coverage on the outside. Throw it up, QB. I will go up and get it. Make sure I'm in bounds. Make a play. That fade route is hard to defend.
They'll line up to go for 2. They'll try to pound their way in. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Dumps it to the back. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
He's in open space downfield. Turning it on. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane. Once he got some room, it was over.
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Returner goes out of bounds.
Wilson will throw. Pressure coming. Finds a man on the left. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. These defenses were reeling in the first quarter. See if they can get their sea legs in the second. First play of the period, first down here. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's McFadden. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Gators want to move quickly. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He caught it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
This is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire.
They will score! Touchdown, Florida! Boy, we've got offenses just flat getting it done. I wonder how the defenses are going to counter all of this firepower.
They are too, Reese. They're wondering how they're going to counter this offense. As you've seen the explosion, it's so hard, so much speed, and such effort like that. Offense is just, they got the upper hand.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Tight end now in motion. Barrels ahead. He is stopped short. The two-point conversion no good, and they cannot take the lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes. This is a gamble. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They feed him again. Oh, he's got some space. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
Now from inside the red zone. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, King. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they put drives together like this. This could be a scary unit.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Pulls it in. It's McFadden. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Trucks through the defender. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. It just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you've got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Snagged in the middle. It's McFadden. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
Jones to throw. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Finds his man. It's Montgomery. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. The Gators with the 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Quickly complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Jones wants to throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. give to the tailback. There is just nowhere to run. 3 straight times and not one single inch forward on any of them.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
He's looking to pass. Here's the pressure. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Run the gun. The running back has it. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He's down at the 25-yard line, waiting moments of the first half. It is a first down. Looking downfield on first down. He's got the back in the middle. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
2nd down coming up. The inside handoff. At the 40, there he goes. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll immediately call timeout.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Just a short pass to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on first down. He slings it deep to the left. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He's got him this time. That should be the final play of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Sending the offense back to work. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Jones to throw. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but short of the first down. And that's not how you want to start a half. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. Skips away from pressure. It's complete on the right side. Still running at the 40. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. He got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. He's going for the big play. And it's caught at the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Jones wants to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Looking for room at the 40. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The Gators moving quickly to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to set.
Breaks into the open. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Gators are on the move.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that well. Good coverage.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. And the Gators back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on first down. Steps away. Firing to the right, complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run from the shotgun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Jones to throw. Fires to the right. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it! He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Gators started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll go to the air. And the defense gets to him and snuffs out the 2, and they will draw no closer here. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Offense changing the play. Lost a throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll get rid of it. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back back-to-back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Miami.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run, a pickup of 6.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football.
Throws for the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it has gone final in that fascinating Pac-12 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. UCLA dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. Fun one in the Pac-12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for pole position.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Hurricane. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a... He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Jones wants to throw it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got it on the outside. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Quick strike complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Gators will hustle to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wilson. Touchdown, Florida! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the three.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. There he goes. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built a lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Got some room into the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And the offense takes control of this football game. I tell you what, they've got some good players. They find a way to put drives together. They find a way to score. But this team is undefeated. This team is a force to be reckoned with, continuing to stay undefeated.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Number 11, set to kick off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Jones to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Montgomery. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Caught, close to the marker, it's McFadden. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. To the air on first down. A strike downfield. Turning it on. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out fast. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Back to pass on second down. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Miami. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
And here he comes out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Jones wants to throw it. Bringing the heat. Makes the catch. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
691, Gators.
He wants to throw it. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be third down.
this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's fourth down. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. They want to throw it. Touchdown, Gator! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
He'll try to tack on one more. Smashes it through for the PAT.
That makes the score Miami 59, Florida 41.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. And here we go, final play of the game right here. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.